Hi, my name is Antonio Quiles, and this is my interview for my hip hop final. So when I was thinking about who I should interview, I thought of an artist that's also my friend. So his name is Anthony Romo, and he does a lot of street art style, and then like renovation type of art. So he's into architecture and furniture along with painting. So I thought of him because I see that in his style, there's a lot of influence by street art and hip hop to it. He does listen to a lot of hip hop, so I figured he'd be a good person to interview. And just a little bit more about him before we start the interview, just so you can understand where he is from and his art. He's an artist. He's a newer artist from San Fernando, and he really just focuses on like what he wants to do for himself to like make his environment better. So here's his Instagram. It is bros underscore customs with two U's. So if you want to check out his art that he will be posting soon. But he really just focuses on like stuff like skateboards. He does lampshades. He does furniture, just stuff like that to keep him going. All right. How we doing today? Who are we here with?
I'm Anthony Romo.
Perfect. And how does your art fall under the category of hip hop? How would you say?
I would say it falls under the category of hip hop because art at the end of the day is expression, and I really like to, you know, ever if it's like something I'm feeling or just something that's been on my mind, I like to just put that on the paper or whatever I'm doing art in.
Gotcha. And what kind of art do you say you would dabble in the most?
I'd say that I'd fall under I like street art, for sure. Um, I think colors do a great job with expressing, but um, yeah, there's different ones for sure.
So what would you say hip hop is to you?
I mean, everything, hip hop is, it does a lot for the world, art inspires art, and we wouldn't have a ton of the things we have today if it wasn't for uh, hip hop paving the road. Um, I think it helps you express yourself. You can find yourself in a deeper way when there's that relatable aspect to it, and um,
Perfect. And how do you think hip hop has made an impact on the current state of the world?
well, I think it has to go back to expression. There's a lot of problems in the world, and people voice their opinions. We see it with multiple different music artists where they explain their state of mentalities or areas, their state of how that is, and um, their struggles, and how it could be better.
Got it. So you'd say it's about telling your story in the way you can express it.
For sure, for sure,
Got it.
and yeah.
Got it. And into the next question, do you think hip hop should be an inclusive or exclusive genre?
Uh, well, stating that it's such a broad, genre, I think it could be exclusive because of how many things fall into it. But then again, at the same time, you know, art can't fit in a box. So
How did you discern that hip hop was the right genre for your own artistic expression?
well, a lot of my art it's drawn from, you could say, aspects of graffiti art. I like the how colors are used to express it. Just this vibrantness, and a lot of it is used to you know express and say something. Speak out. I like that, and I like how colors kind of incorporated in that. Something I just literally was doing like right now was like just like putting that um like I like it.
Got it. So you like more of an open canvas and just using like anything to make your art on, which it's definitely in the style of street art and then hip hop style. So who would you say are your paramount figures for influencing your art?
I would say that's a good question. I would say I think Kanye because he has like a a sporadic and time and like a graceful type of thing. He really is like an open book in the way, you know, he could do something, he do something, but it could be in the same song and it could be different. I like that.
So what would you say makes a good hip hop record for you?
Well, I gotta say, it isn't just catchy. It has to be authentic, very human. You know what I mean? Because we are humans. Um, I would say the vibe has to match, what's being portrayed, what's being expressed. A great example of this album I really like, an album I like to revisit now and there, is Forest Hills by J. Cole. Um, like I said, it's very human. It shows, you know, some of his highs, some of his lows, and through all of that, um, he reflects in the songs. And I think that's a very really cool thing to have in songs and in the album because we overthink, we go through those up highs and lows, and it's about being a better person at the end of the day.
Got it. So you'd say the vibe of the album has to match the lyricism?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And that's what creates like a full, like complete work.
Hmm.
Okay, I
Really
like that.
together.
And perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time and your insights on hip hops and how it really factors into your life. So where can we find your art if we want to see it?
You can find me on Instagram, bros_customs 2Us in customs.
Well, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the content that he provided for you, and I hope I provided for you. Um, I will be pushing him to make some more art as an artist myself. It's good to have someone to push you and help you create. So I hope he continues, and hopefully this really helped him pursue what he wants to pursue because he is very talented. So thank you everyone for listening, and have a great day.